Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a no-sew fleece blanket. What you're going to need for this are your fabric scissors, a tape measure or a ruler, a Sharpie marker if you want to mark your line so it's easier to cut across to stay on a straight line, and you're going to need 2 pieces of fleece. The length of it is determined by how big you want your blanket, which is usually based on the age of the person. The one we're making is for our baby girl. It's due in February of this year, so since she's just going to be a tiny newborn, we're making a smaller blanket. Bigger person, bigger blanket. What I have, these are 36 by 36 inches, and I bought these like prepackaged. So usually if you get them from like Joann's or somewhere like that, and they're on the roll, the width is already determined based on how big it is on the roll, and just you tell them how many yards you want long. So you can have 2 colors or 2 patterns that are the same or different so that the blanket is reversible, which I like better. So we're doing 1 pink and 1 red. So let's get started. Okay, so first we're starting with our red piece of fabric on the floor. First thing we're going to do is measure 4 inches by 4 inches squares on each of the corners of the blanket, and we're going to cut them out. A 4-inch square in the corner. We're going to go over 4 inches and then up 4 inches. We're going to make a line just so we're cutting across straight. We're going to cut out our 4-inch square. The reason we do this is to make the corners, because these will all be tied and these will all be tied at the end, so it makes a nice square corner. We're going to do that on all 4 sides. So at this point your blanket should look like this, with a 4 by 4 square cut out of each corner. Now what you're going to do, if you want, you can draw a line with the marker from corner to corner to make sure your line stays straight. You're going to cut 1-inch strips. Actually, they can be really whatever size you want. 1 to 2 inch, I would say, lines across like this with your fabric scissors. So here's where I started to cut my sections. You're going to do this all the way down and then all the way across each side. So after you finish cutting all your edges, all your little strips out on each edge of the blanket, we're going to do the same thing with the other side. In this case, our pink side. We're going to cut out the 4 inches from each corner, and we're going to cut the 1-inch to 2-inch strips all the way down all 4 sides. Okay, so after all that cutting, your hand's probably feeling a little sore by now. But we have 1 piece with our corners cut out and all our fringes cut, and another piece with all our fringes cut. Now some people will leave it just like this and just have a nice thin blanket with fringes and be done. But I like to put them together. So make sure that if you made any marks with your marker for measuring and cutting, that those are on the inside. I'm going to lay one down flat first. Flatten out all your little pieces. Then we're going to take the other piece. Make sure there aren't any marker lines. We're going to lay it on top and match up our corners. Then we're going to take a piece from the top and a piece from the bottom, starting at your corner, and tying them in double knots, like this. So here's our corner on the red one. And here's our corner on the pink one. And we're going to take these two pieces that lie together, and we're going to tie them together. One knot, two knots. But they stay together and don't come undone. Then we're going to go to the next one. We're going to take the one from the top and the one from the bottom, and we're going to tie them together in a double knot. Okay, so this is how it's starting. This is after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knots. Like so. And we're going to continue all the way around all the edges, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm done.